Hi, I'm Sone, the Career Transformation Coach for young women. Today we're going to talk about 2 more secrets to help you discover your gift to the world. You are in the right place if you're tired of playing small. You're frustrated that you're not making money doing something that you love, and you are ready for this year to be the big transformational year that you want. I am going to share 2 secrets that have changed my life and the life of my clients. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It is my great joy to help you discover your life purpose and to help you become powerful. The second secret to discovering your gift to the world is to listen. Just listen. Listening is about listening to your inner being, your inner guidance. Your inner being is your higher self. It's that divine spark within you. You can also think of it as listening to the universe. You know, what the universe wants to tell you, what your spirit guides want to tell you, what the best part of you wants to tell you. All those energies are all together, they're your inner being. And sometimes that can be difficult for some people, especially people who are not used to listening to that aspect of themselves or the greater universe. But it all comes down to pretending, if you will, that exists, that there's some kind of higher consciousness that wants to speak to you and that it speaks through you. Depending on how you best receive information, that's how it's going to come to you. So sometimes that information comes from within you and sometimes it comes from outside of you. And I'm going to address both issues. When it comes from inside of you, that's usually when you get certain messages, especially when you're meditating, and you should be meditating. It's a good practice. And you don't need to meditate for long. Literally just 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day or whenever you can is good enough. And you just sit there and you breathe and you let whatever comes, you let it come to you. And a lot of times you can ask specific questions. For example, what should I tell my audience? People who are watching this video, what should I tell them? I did that. I put myself in a state of meditation, and I did receive a lot of different ideas and messages from the universe that I knew weren't exactly my ideas. They were coming from somewhere else. They were channeled. And that comes from within you. When it comes from outside of you, that's when you also ask the same question and you allow yourself to go about your day and you allow yourself to receive signs. That's where you receive signs. So you pay attention to what people tell you, what words come up, what messages you see that keep repeating, from trucks that drive by you to something that your barista said that day to you're watching a movie and there's a certain central message to the movie or certain things, certain scenes that you see that really speak to you and that really seem to be answers to that particular question that you're asking. But the main thing is to listen. The main thing is to ask your question or put forth an intention of something that you want and be in that attitude of receiving. I'm going to receive now and see what happens. In particular, when it comes to discovering your life purpose, your gift to the world, you want to ask that question. You want to ask the question, what is my life purpose? What is my gift? Why am I here? What can I give to the world? And listen and meditate and go out into the world and see what signs come up. And right now, I am hearing an airplane. And I wanted to include this. I didn't want to edit this out. I'm not going to edit this out because it's absolutely perfect. We're filming this video. You're watching it. I'm also asking that question for myself and for you, and I'm hearing an airplane. And that's a perfect teaching tool because that happened as I was asking the question. So you can interpret that however you want to. For me, airplanes, I've always loved airplanes. There has been a lot of travel in my life and moving, and so I see airplanes as, for me, a symbol of travel, a symbol that I will be traveling, that there will be a lot of travel in my life, and also I think that's probably true for you as well. But you might have a personal connection with airplanes or that sound, or maybe it makes you think of something else. So, you know, my recommendation is for you, since that happened, is to think about what airplanes mean to you, and also just to, when you're on your own, to ask that question and go out and see what signs you get and see what happens. We've come to secret number 3, and that secret is to find the blessing in your current situation. Finding the blessing in your current situation may not be easy. Many of us have been trained to look at the negative. We have been trained to look at all the bad things. Oh, I don't have enough money, and I hate my job, and I don't have many friends, and everything that you can possibly think of about your life that you don't like. However, there is so much in your life right now, no matter what your situation is, that you can be grateful for. Sometimes it's the little things, like I am grateful for my iced tea, which I enjoy every day in the summer. I'm grateful for my walk. I'm grateful for my yoga class. I am grateful for the trees and the birds singing. And you may have things like that too. So sometimes it's the little things, and it's important to notice those little things every day. And then there are also big things, whatever you consider big things. But for example, I am grateful for the fact that I have a roof above my head, that I'm able to comfortably pay for the studio that I live in. That wasn't always the case, let me tell you. For a very long time, I was living on the edge of homelessness. And at one point, I actually did become homeless. Thankfully, it didn't last long. It really lasted only a day. But then I went to live with a friend, and even though I had a place to live, I felt that I didn't have a home of my own. So for a very long time, I was kind of homeless, and so for me, just having a roof above my head and just having my own place is a big deal. For you, it may be something else. For you, it may be your supportive family. It may be somebody special in your life. You may be grateful for the job that you currently have. Even though it's not perfect, even though it's not your own career, still it is supporting you financially, and it is helping you figure out what kinds of things you like and what kinds of things you don't like. The truth is that everything has some opportunity for you to learn and grow. And it may be that some situations are literally there just to show you that that's not the path for you. But we need to be grateful for those situations as well, because they point us in the right direction, or at least they show us where not to go anymore, and we can kind of go, okay, if it's not this, then what is it? So take your time today and every day to think about the things that you're really grateful for. Count your blessings. And if there's a negative situation in your life, try to find the blessing in the situation. Try to find something good and something positive. Now, I want to remind you that in secret number 1, when we talked about writing in a journal, that was a place for you to really admit to yourself all the negative feelings. And that's a very important step number 1 in a sense. Now that we're talking about counting your blessing, the only reason why we can do that successfully is because we have already done number 1, which was to be emotionally honest and to get all that sadness or anger or frustration or overwhelmment, all of those negative feelings, we were able to get them out. So now, after you have done that, it's easier. It's much easier to count your blessings. You're not being, when you count your blessings, don't do it in an attitude of hiding the negative things. That's not the point. The point is not to put a sticker, a happy sticker on something that's negative. The point is, I have admitted the negative to myself. I have released all those negative feelings, and now I choose to look at the positive. Now I choose to see all the beautiful, wonderful things and people that I have in my life. And pretty soon, as you do this exercise daily, you'll discover that there is so much in your life for you to be grateful for. And you'll discover that despite what you may believe, the universe does love you. The universe does give you a lot in every possible situation. So, secret number 3, count your blessings and find the blessing in your current situation, even though it's not your ideal situation. There's always something good. We've come to the end of the second part of this video series. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that you learned a lot from secrets 2 and 3. Please share with me what some of your biggest ahas and takeaways were. And also answer the following question. What does your ideal life look like? Share as many details as you want. I'll be seeing you in the next video, and I'll be reading your comments.